welcome back to Space Engineers Hardcore Survival. Okay, so in the last episode, we just left off where I'd welded up a couple of pieces in here. And then whenever I was off camera, I welded up the rest of the floor and the walls as well. So that means now that we can build the different industries on top without having to build the pipework first. One thing I did forget is that there is no redundancy between this side. Let me go in here and just sort of explain this a bit better. Right, so what you see on the left is pretty much a mirror image of what you see on the right. So you've got this whole line of stuff going along here, and this line of stuff going along here, which pretty much does the exact same from left to right. The only issue is, that's not connected to this here side, other than down here. So this medical bay is linking these two sides together. So what we're going to have to do is, we're going to have to build this whole side first, and leave this here as redundancy, or as no, that's not the right word, not redundancy. But well, anyway, we're gonna finish off building this here side. So there's another refinery here. Then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 assemblers, which will be plenty for this. And then you've got 1, 2 large cargo containers, which again is plenty, and 2 large hydrogen tanks, and all these batteries. So this side here is really for extension, like if we need to build it. So what we can do is we could actually build most of this, except for this here side obviously, and the medical bay. And I don't want to leave that projector there, because I want to be able to turn that on and off, so that we can show the projection when we want it. The thing is, I might actually build all this here as well, up as far as this here refinery, and leave this here last. But I want to be able to turn the projection on and off, so I'm thinking if I sink that projection block down one, put a cover over it, we can still access it from a panel like here and turn it on and off, and that way it's not sticking out of the floor. So it's going to take a while to get it set up, but I'd say it won't be that big of an issue. Right, so in this here episode, kind of want to do a wee bit of exploring. I can't remember if we found ice anywhere else. I can't remember. I do remember seeing ice somewhere down that there direction. I know it's somewhere over there as well, but I know there's ice somewhere down here, because I did see it whenever we were driving down one day, or when we were up in one of the mountains, like looking for a view. I think it was up here. I think I seen the dark area, but we didn't actually go over to have a look. So it would be nice to get some hydrogen going, and that way we can get straight into making some sort of a rocket to go into space. Now, do note, I should have noted this here actually yesterday in the yesterday's episode. Actually, just when I think about that, I don't know if I'll get this episode out today. It hasn't been Saturday the 10th of February. I don't know if I'm going to get it out today, because I have places to be, and it's going to take me 2 hours or so to get the video put through a handbrake, which is like a video, like sort of, it cleans up frames and stuff in videos, and then I have to put it through a video editing software as well. That's 2 hours, and I'm looking at my watch, and that's definitely not possible. So this is probably going to come out on the Sunday instead, because I need to do a lot of welding inside here to get the basic start of building a rocket. So once we get a rocket going, obviously we're going to have to remote control it, which the top will come into play. So let's go up to the top and show you what's going on up there, for those that are mysterious as to what's going on. Let's go up this way. I think I can go up this way. I know you can pretty much go straight up on the side. Oh, maybe not that way. Yeah, we can. So up here, if some people have guessed it, is the top with this projection. Now, I need to be very careful. I don't want to. There's a hole there. I need to weld that there up. That's there's a staircase coming the whole way up that, and then you've got like this base going around it. I think I got most of the floor. Yeah, I didn't bleed out with the drill. That's okay. So, oh yeah, this is the other thing where I did sort of have to use voxel hands to do it as well. I did use a drill to push up the ways through this to go up and out. But for some reason I made one drill too far. I can't remember which direction was, this way or this way. I had to use voxel hands to tidy it up. That was just a stupid mistake I made. But yeah, this is the bunker top. So we've got these different signs here. Medical rooms, no access, a door here. And then you've got this pipe running along here. Goes out to this turret. This is a bit like the one that was on the rover, the large rover, where you've got all the guns on the side of it. But these here are for targeting Reavers that come in. The other thing as well is this pipe here is exposed. I couldn't really do anything about that. I was going to do it underground and come over, but it didn't look right. And I would have made, it would have, what would have happened is it would have had to come out through the side of a staircase. So you would have like a staircase coming down, and then it's like flat, 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 and then down again. So you have a weird looking, and I'm just really particular about the way that things run. I do like my staircases to run in a sort of uniform way. But yeah, this here is something that we need to get built. This is our only line of defense, but I'm gonna leave that last because that's not urgent. I think as soon as we, what's this here? What is this stuff? I never noticed this whenever I was drilling. Although then again, I haven't really been up here. What's iron? Anyway, we won't be mining it. Maybe I did see that before. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played this. 2 months, and I've pretty much forgotten everything. Maybe I did see it before. I don't know. But yeah, anybody that was watching the last episode would have seen the large drill I was talking about for drilling a quarry. Also, I'm going to make a cover for that because it's going to be a matter of time before we fall into it. I actually need to go down and check to see if there's any more cobalt left in it. Let's see. Turn on the lights. Why is the lights not coming on? Oh, there we go. That's weird. Oh, there's a wee bit cobalt. That could probably be all hand dug out. There's not that much left. So we... Oh, that's something else we need to be careful of. We don't want to run out of cobalt. Although I think we have enough of it to do what we need in here. There isn't that much cobalt being actually used on this here whole facility. I did run it through... there's one of those... calculators online you can use where you put your blueprints in and it'll tell you exactly how much resources it uses. And if I remember right, I don't think it actually uses that much cobalt because there's not that many things that consume metal grids or anything that consumes cobalt for it, other than let me see. Let me go to the projector on this here. Let's see what we've got left. So we've got like a lot of armor blocks, but there's no heavy armor blocks. So we've got loads of that. Refinery, I can't remember if they do. I think they do use no railing straight conveyor pipe. I think the assemblers, yeah, and then some of the guns as well. So there's not that much things. Let me check the refineries because I think they might, yeah, they use 20. That's not much. And what about assemblers? Yeah, and they use 10. And what about modules? Because we've got a speed module. Yeah, none of them consume any. So we're actually okay. Let's just check to see how much we have. BCC1. Cobalt. 2.4k. And we've already got 298 of these already. So I think we're okay. What's thrusters use? Such as the small and large. Only 40. Oh wait. The large one uses 250. Ooh, that's going to be a bit of an issue. But this is a drone we're talking about. So probably doesn't need to use that much hydrogen. I think we could build this out of a small... build a rocket using a small ship. But it needs to have enough battery power to relay back to a laser antenna. That's the other thing as well. In the Operation Exploration series, we had a satellite and a relay station. That's because, yeah, we had a satellite and a relay station. So what has happened was the base here was connected to a satellite that was straight above the base. That satellite connected to a relay station that was over the mountains that was hidden from like line of sight away from the base, and then that relay station connected to another station on the moon, so that allowed communication from, like, say, the base like this to the moon without having actual line of sight to the moon itself, just by bouncing a few relays over by laser antennas. Now, I'm not going to go that route because first of all, it's laser antennas consume an awful lot of electricity, so we're only going to have one here, and since most of the planets look like they can be accessed from here, it would make sense just to put a laser antenna on top. The other thing as well is I'm going to make a redundant laser antenna next to it. So there's going to be two laser antennas that are going to be connected to the ship at all times. One laser antenna is going to be on the ship, on, say, like the y-axis, and the other is going to be on the x-axis. So that means that if we turn the ship, if you imagine, like, say for example that light is a laser antenna that we're connected to, right? So we see it now, we're connected to it, everywhere we go we can connect to it. Imagine that we turn around now, we can't see it. So ideally you'd want another laser antenna that's underneath the ship that can see it no matter what direction you turn, and maybe one on the like a z-axis as well. So ideally you'd want one in every direction so that it's always connected back to base. But I think you can only have one laser antenna connected to one at a time, so you would have to have three up there and say three on a ship. But that's a serious amount of power that's just no use for that. But in terms of safety, sometimes it's needed, because in the Operation Exploration series we lost a ship because we disconnected from the antenna, and all it takes is one disconnect and that's it. You've lost your ship. You'll never get it back unless you go and send a rescue one after it. So that adds to the challenge of the whole thing. So it's like whenever I've said, like, we're not going to go into space ourselves, our body is not going into space. It's only the rovers and what do you call it, spaceships. The other thing as well is ordinary and... Hold on a second. I thought I seen something... That's really weird. I was looking just briefly and I could have swore I seen one of these here like decrementing down really quickly. Do you know what it was? I was looking at that. That's what it was. But my brain picked it up as red for some reason. Yeah, so we could use ordinary antennas, but they have a range of 50 kilometers, I think it is. You see, antenna, I think it's 50 kilometers. Well, that's not built, so we don't know. I think it's 50 anyway. Which definitely isn't enough definitely not enough. It's actually just giving me an idea. I wonder if you can still see all those planets. That one, that one, that one, and that one. I wonder if you can see them from our original base, because now I have an idea. So Reavers appear to only target where the player is, okay? So here's my thinking, right? If we go back to the original base location, right? Let's say we've set up a huge array of solar panels and wind turbines, and then we put 3 laser antennas on it, and an ordinary antenna that connects to this base. That's away at a distance. And the other thing as well is we're still in here. We're only connected to that base. So now what happens is the chances of it being blown up is very slim, because, well, Reavers shouldn't have a reason to go over there. They only seem to come around where we are. So by having it over there, which is about 10 kilometers away, should keep it relatively safe. We don't need to cover or anything. That connects 3 laser antennas to our remote ship. We see what the consumption is, and we can go large. Obviously we'd like to get an asteroid. Maybe with the whatever ship we're building, we'll put an ordinary antenna on it and try and go 50 kilometers up. Because I think it's 30 kilometers get you out of the atmosphere. And then, could be wrong with that. And then say you've got 20 to play with. So we could, in theory, just fly about normally on an ordinary antenna, battery power, so that we don't have to run the risk of disconnecting from the laser antenna. So I need to play about with this in creative mode and see how much a laser antenna consumes at a certain distance, because it might get beyond like an exponential value where the further you go, the higher the consumption, and because the higher consumption, you know, all that there other stuff. Although it really should be a line. Now, if you think of like a distance to power ratio, it should be just a straight line. I don't think it would go exponentially up. No, like where at one stage where it's like this. If you imagine like that's the graph in front of you, you've got this here's your distance, and then this here's your power consumption. You would think that it would just go diagonally up, but I would doubt it would just go straight up like this exponentially as to the power or the distance. I just done that all completely wrong, but you sort of get the gist of it anyway. Right, enough rambling on about what's going on. I think what we should do in this here episode is start welding up those other industry things, because the minute we don't have any assemblers that are not outside, and I would like to move this here inside as well so that we can actually drive up here. I just realised as well that projector shouldn't be in the way of any wheeled vehicles that we have, because really wheeled vehicles we have is only about 3 blocks wide, so it should be alright as long as we know to avoid it. So I'll just keep it there so we can drive a wheeled vehicle up and down here. And then in terms of medical bays, I should actually build a cockpit in here for charging up. So I think that's what we'll just plonk it somewhere here so we can charge up and that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to literally hand weld just one block, no, like one, on that one block, one item, so that we get the main thing down, and then I can turn the projection off. Because see, when you're trying to run in there and weld stuff, it's hard to see when you're running into different things. So I'll just go one weld, move on, one weld, turn off the projection, and then finish off welding the whole lot up. And that way we know we've got everything built when the projection is turned off. Right, so let's go do that. I'm going to go grab some ordinary plates and some interior plates. Actually, 200 of these, and oh, we need to make a serious amount of these as well. I'm going to make 1,000. There we go. And I'm going to get those assemblers made first. So we can make 30 items with the plates, so let me just get the welder going here. Like this, that's what I was talking about. Like that. That's that. And this one. And that one. Can't get that one. Can I get up there without having to... No, I need the instruction ones. I think they're joined on the side, aren't they? Or something like that. Right, so that's that. And batteries as well. These will have to be made. It's going to be a serious amount of running. Unless I try and make some sort of like a wee wheeled vehicle to come in here and weld all the stuff. Just load it up with different things. Oh, we need to go in behind there as well. I'm going to have to go on top of that later on. Let's see. Yeah. That's that one. I'm going to have to weld that later on as well. Yeah, I'm going to have to get on top of that and weld that. Okay. What's this take? Yeah. Might as well get those made as well. No, they take construction phones or something, don't they? Yeah, I'm going to leave all that to the last. And then I'm going to go grab them components actually. Just to, I'm going to get all that side sort of semi-built. And let me see. There we go. And some outlet. I just want to get the basics down here so we can turn off that projection. So let me see, get this one here, I'll delete. So it allows us to walk around and weld stuff at the same time. And let's see, that goes up here. I love the way that they have these stairs. I think that's really cool. There we are. I'm only gonna go as far as there. And then obviously along here, so I can weld that up. There we go. And then, oh, I had the tubes. Forgot about those. That's that. I'm not going to bother with that side over there yet. And that. So I can weld at those, so I can, and that one. And I can get them from underneath as well. That's alright. Oh. Oh, trying to walk over that. And then, oh. There we go. I'm gonna weld that. That's gonna be one of the last things to weld as well. That's that. Oh yeah, the lights. There we are. Get those ones. That's that. That's that one.
Fuel critical.
I need to get up on top of this. I need to get up there. Aha. There we go. So that's all the top of this welded. Or not welded, but I'm actually going to continue this down as well so I can get up and down here very quickly. Oh. What did weld there instead? Ah, there we go. Aha! Nice. Alright, so we don't need to do over there yet. So this is just the main thing. I think I've got everything over there sorted. I'm actually going to do this here as well. Yeah, that'll do. And then we leave that one to the last. Right, so that's that. Let me just go down here and weld the top of the pillars, and then we can turn the projection off. Oh, I need to get that one. Let me think. Just get that from the top. Let's see. There we go. I'm not bothered with that. Let me see, just a quick runabout. So that's connected to that, that connects to that. Those connect to each other and into that, which is good. And all that there is being built up. That's the last one. Oh, okay. Just grab another interior plate here. And then we can turn off the projection. Let's do that. There we go. And then that gets us our first line of things ready. And then I'm going to do this off camera. I was going to do a time lapse, but then I remembered that the other PC I have for doing the time lapse isn't great at the minute for run stuff for some reason. I don't know, its performance seriously gone down on it. I'll turn it off from here instead. There we go. I noticed the game improves so much better whenever you turn that off, so I'm going to try and only have it on whenever it's necessary. So let's just see what's left. That's actually really cool. Oh, and it actually does light up the room a wee bit as well. Why do I have to double click the light to get it on now? It's so weird. So, yeah, so that's all there is to build. All that there stuff. We've got everything, so we just need to weld all that there up. We're going to start off with welding this here. And these pipes. And this is where I'll do them off camera. Right, let me see, G, nothing on it. Oh, I shouldn't have been on that. And let's get this, this, and this added to our menu. We'll get these first pipes welded up, and then I'll call it an episode. And as I say, I'm not going to be able to get this out today because I'm heading away shortly. I would have liked if it had done the tubes first instead of having to do the large thing. In fact, do you know what I'm very tempted to do? Is weld up this here. Get all that there welded up first, enough to get the conveyors going, and then transfer everything over, because that's where we're going to be pretty much getting all the stuff from. And there is ports on the side of these, so you can easily run over and back. Yeah, for some reason, or maybe we don't have the stuff for the pipes. That's weird. We don't seem to have. Let me just, well, because I need to check to see if everyone's actually put over there. We might not actually have the pipes for it. I don't think there is. The pipes are there. Let's see. So that's Aaron. Move it over to here. Oh, BCC1. No, there's not.
Fuel critical.
Let's go to production and add all that stuff in. And obviously, we'll put those to the last. I'm just going to wait for those there to finish. There's not that many. I'm going to put those last as well. Just wait for that stuff. I think we filled up, that's why. We'll weld this here up anyway. Oh, actually we might actually have it. Get the rest of the stuff. I think we're doing tubes, yeah. So 5 tubes left after this. That gets our second refinery going. And then I'll build 2. Is it 1? Yeah, 2 assemblers. So I'm gonna actually add them in production now at the minute, just to get those made. So I need production assemblers. Oh, assembler, which is these ones here. That'll do. And I'm gonna let it go through all that. In fact, I wanted to do motors first. Keep them all together. I'll do there. Merge this with this. Then I should do that. Then the displays. Then the motors. And then plates are last. That's the way I would like it to do it. I'll do. Right. So as we put these last pieces together, I am going to call this an episode and do a lot of welding off camera. As I say, I would have liked to have done a time lapse, but yeah, the laptop that I use, it's a laptop. At the end of the day, it's not great for recording, especially when you run a game and record at the same time. It used to be alright, but I suppose that's when it was brand new and it wasn't worked to bits. There we go. There's our second refinery up. So what I'll do is, off camera, I might actually just drill that pipe there, get that welded up, because that'll need to be covered eventually. But what I'll do is, I'm just going to weld these two assemblers here, enough to get this here going, and then get this cargo container welded up, and then that'll eliminate having to have one out there in the hall and run over and back. So that's what I'm going to do here, and then I'm not going to bother. No, I obviously might as well get everything else welded up here and get this whole floor welded up. Because I don't think we'll get a welding rig up here. No, like driving about, you might as well just hand weld all this, because by the time you get a rover up here, set up to weld, you'll not be able to get under half of these plates. But yeah, no, that's what I'm going to do. Just get this whole room welded up completely. And then, when we have the resources, we can extend it out, because this whole base will happily run off this side alone, because we've got 2 refineries, we've got 4 assemblers, which is plenty, 2 cargo containers and 2 hydrogen, and that's plenty for the whole thing, and batteries as well. We will need to get a proper wind farm set up as well to charge things, and a solar array. I was thinking of putting the solar array a wee bit out that way there. It's going to have to be on the ground, just to build it. But it's going to have to be at a certain distance and enough to connect to the base to charge it up. Can't use hydrogen engines because obviously we want to keep the hydrogen. But maybe we'll build a couple anyway, just to have in case this whole base runs out of power. But we'll see. But that's it for this here episode. Thanks again for watching. If you have any comments or any suggestions at all, do put them down below. Or visit the Discord channel that is linked in the description. You can follow the Discord channel for the schedule as well as the information board. There you'll be able to see what games we're playing as well as when those games are coming out onto YouTube. The schedule also shows roughly when or what days I'm going to be putting out the videos. And I do update that on a weekly basis. I try to do it on a Sunday just to get a rough idea of what's happening, because most of my recording happens on a Saturday, Sunday. And then I'll know what's going out through it the whole week. If you're enjoying the content, do consider subscribing and drop us a like if you enjoy what you see. As you know, it helps show what people are interested in the most, and I'll try and focus on those areas a bit more in the future. But seeing as this here has gained a lot of traction, and since I've put up the video, a lot of people have seen it since, I'm definitely going to be keeping to this. But if anybody has any game suggestions, head over to the Discord channel, I'll put it there. That's where we're having a discussion about what games we'd like to play in the future, because I would like to finish off in this here series sometime soon, because, well, at this stage we should have been in space, but I think as soon as we go to space, get the resources and that there, I think what we should do is go Reaver hunting and take them all out, and then that's whenever we can safely fly about with flying vehicles, because we then own the skies. But at the current moment, we're restricted. We're not allowed to fly in the air because it's their airspace. It's just like a role play. It's not much of it's not actually through it, but it's sort of to give a bit more of a challenge to this game. But yeah, no, that's it for this here episode. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. I would like to give a massive shout out to the channel donators. You help make these videos possible.